Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. And of course, this is all around Bad Blood, but our top story happened after Bad Blood, and it's this right here. Don't know the background of this. This and a few other fan clips are the only clips that are doing the rounds at the moment. We haven't seen how we got to this, who approached who, all that sort of stuff. But basically, this is doing the rounds. It happened after Bad Blood. I know that many of you are going to be aware and are going to have seen this already. But we were doing our UFC live stream. A big thank you to everyone that got in touch and told me about it. So here you can see Cody putting his championship down. He's talking to Kevin Owens. Owens clearly very frustrated about something, probably the tag match with Roman, but again, we can't hear what's being said, so we don't know exactly what sparked this, but there's a push there in that moment by Kevin. Kevin is, boom, unleashing on Cody, big shots, and he snaps, man. He snaps. Brilliant camera angle, this one as well. Kick coming in there, stomped by Kevin. Big shots coming down. He has absolutely snapped. Absolutely snapped. Look, we've got people coming over. Is that Bobby Roode? That looks like Bobby Roode, doesn't it? Trying to get in between Kevin and Cody, and this was massive. So many people jumping on to the UFC stream going, oh my God, have you seen the news? Have you seen the news? Again, really appreciate it. It was hard to talk about it in that moment because I'm very conscious that our UFC friends might not be too bothered by it. So I was trying to keep it UFC, but I appreciated people letting me know. So yeah, amazing. Dave Meltzer said they just did a Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens parking lot angle, just like the famous Dusty Oli angle, which was very, very similar. Here, Kelly the Wise Lady said Cody's baby girl knew it all before we did. Can't trust this guy. So there we go. This was a picture from a while ago. I don't know where they were at this point. Part of me wants to say Japan. Maybe, I don't know. But basically, there is Cody's daughter, and look at that dirty look. Look at that dirty look. She knew. You're absolutely right. She knew. There is, I think, another angle here. There's loads of angles of it because, of course, all of these people up here are fans leaving the building. So they can see Cody's bus, and they could see this falling out. So here, look at this. It's really good. It's really good. I don't know what that means for the future because obviously we know the next pay-per-view or premium live event is going to be Crown Jewel. We also know, because it was announced on the show, it's going to be champion versus champion. We know that as of right now, it's going to be Cody versus Gunther. And honestly, like, that match will bang. Obviously, we can talk about how we feel about the belt and those matches later, but that match will still bang. But it doesn't kind of indicate when we're going to do this again. Like, how are we going to resolve this? This ain't going to get resolved with a chat, right? There's clearly a match that's brewing here. Heel Kevin against face Cody. So unless it doesn't build to a match, and actually what we're going to do is we're just going to use this as like how we're turning Kevin heel, and maybe he goes off into a different feud now. Don't know. It's hard to see these two not having a match, isn't it? Unless we do it on like SmackDown, but I suppose we could. Couldn't we? Or Saturday night's main event, but that's a long way away. That's not till December. That's after Survivor Series. I don't know. I don't know. So this is our top story. So there we go. We've got that. Then we have got The Rock. Okay. So The Rock just dropped a 5-minute promo, right? So if we...
Well, here's what the final boss is thinking right now. Is the final boss pissed? How you doing? All right, come on. Is the final boss pissed? Is the final boss happy? Is he somewhere down the middle? Well, the final boss says this. The Rock is feeling a lot of things about what he just witnessed. The Rock is feeling a lot of things about what he just witnessed. The final boss, you keep that camera rolling. The final boss is feeling a lot of things. And you know why? Because there's been a bunch of bullshit that's been going on in the past 6 months. Ain't that right? Yeah. Give me some. Yeah. Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. You a fan of The Rock?
I am.
Hell yeah, you are. What's up, brother? Rock is out.
Thank you.
Nice watch.
Thank you.
If the final boss had a sister, he'd introduce you to her. Now let's go.
This is good.
You want to know how the final boss is feeling
This
about
is
all
good.
that? The final boss will tell you. But the final boss will tell you when the final boss is ready for you to know. But here's the thing. What just happened out there, Bad Blood? Man, that was heat. Man, that was fire. Man, that was hell. But what's happening right here, this is heaven. Because it's heaven every time the final boss, his music hits. Oh, look at this one right in front of the final boss. Get a shot of him. My God, right there. Beer and tequila on the Rock. Let's do it. Because you're the Rock's boy. And there's the Rock's hero. One of the Rock's heroes right there. Hard times. I love you. I hate your son. And look at you. Go eat some Fruity Pebbles. Hey!
He basically goes walking. I mean, look, the amount of times he says final boss, right? He just keeps saying final boss. That was electric. The Rock will let you know when The Rock wants you to know. I think at one point he says everything you need to know, basically. A lot of people are saying, what is the 1, 2, 3 and the gesture? There's a lot of theories, right? There's a lot of theories. Some people are thinking that it's insinuating a triple threat. Some people are thinking that the 3 people in the ring are done. You are dead, right? I'm coming for all of you. Cody, Roman, Jimmy. 1, 2, 3. Right? So there's people thinking it's that as well. So there's a few theories we don't quite know is the truth. But, yeah, he wasn't giving much away here, but it's 5 minutes. It's really fun. I do love the bit where he's, like, talking to the truck, telling John Cena, go have some Fruity Pebbles. It's a lovely callback to their feud. So, yeah, that was really good. Really good. The Rock makes an earth-shattering return and stares down Roman Reigns. WWE didn't mention Cody. So, Jordan, thank you. I don't know that there's much to read into this, to be honest. I mean, it's someone sat in an office, part of the social media team. They've been told to upload this video, and they've just typed something out, haven't they? So, I mean, look, The Rock staring down Roman, that's just going to get views, isn't it? He could have put Roman... I mean, there is actually a character limit. You can only have, I think it's 100 characters. So, like, they couldn't actually fit anything more in there. So you couldn't have Roman and Cody Rhodes. Maybe they could have done Roman and Cody, but perhaps they wanted to get Roman Reigns in for the search. The Rock, Roman Reigns, Bad Blood, 2024, highlights, return. You know, it's keywords that they want to get in. So I don't know that there's anything to that, but yeah, this is a post that's got a bit of attention. Yeah. Just that clip again of him with Cena. And Fade said, The Rock and Cena beef will never fade away. So, Magic Dak, shout out to you. Rave said at WrestleMania 40, The Rock did the throat slit before hitting Cody with the people's elbow and pinning him. Before he left, he told Cody he was coming for the title when he comes back. I think tonight he was saying, I didn't forget. I'm still coming for the title. Some good stuff there by Rave. Sportskeeda here. So The Rock isn't a fan of what he's been seeing. The final boss is feeling a lot of things. You know why? Because there's been a bunch of BS that's been going down in the past 6 months. Man, it's so good. And here's Wrestlevotes saying 1, 2, 3, 41. It's a bit cryptic, isn't it, to be honest? I mean, I don't know if they know something or if they've just looked at what we saw on the show and they're putting pieces together. That definitely is insinuating a triple threat. Roman Reigns, SCN saying we're getting a 3-way. I hope not, personally. It's a big match. It's going to look great on a poster, but I would much rather we get Rock versus Cody one-on-one and then we get Rock versus Roman one-on-one rather than a triple threat. I mean, you know, I'm not going to be like down on it. I mean, it's fine, but if I could choose, I would definitely choose Rock versus Cody as a singles match. So I don't know that that's what he's communicating. It'd be a weird thing for him to communicate in early October that in April we're going to do a triple threat, you know? That would be a very strange thing for him to communicate at this point. So I actually don't know. I really don't know. We could be getting a triple threat, but even now I would say, is that really what he's just communicated? He's told us in early October what our main event of WrestleMania is going to be. Maybe he has. Don't know. We're going to have to stay tuned. Wrestlevotes, obviously, a very good source. And that is certainly what it's implying. WrestleMania 41, of course, next year. So that's the Rock stuff. Of course, we had Jimmy. Jimmy came back. This is a TikTok that went up. So let's take the sound down. There we go. Look, they not the ones. Rock reading it. Roman reading it. He likes it. This is on Roman's TikTok. So Roman reading the shirt, the new shirt of Jimmy. And there we go. Such a great moment when them two embraced. And the funny thing is that Jimmy never left Roman. Like Jimmy, if you remember at the end of WrestleMania 40, came racing out to try and help Roman. You know, he was trying to battle Jey on the entrance ramp. And of course, WrestleMania 40, that was the last time that we saw Roman until he returned recently. So Jimmy never actually turned on Roman or betrayed Roman. Like recently. So it was still such a magical moment, though. I suppose because Jimmy could have abandoned Roman, couldn't he? He could have. Roman doesn't really have much going for him at the moment, so he could have abandoned him. So it was heartwarming. It was touching to see that Jimmy was standing by his tribal chief. Byron, shout out to you, my friends. So this was doing the rounds earlier, this monitor. And the question was, who's hiding under the ring? Is it Raquel Rodriguez? Is it Jimmy Uso? And I'm going to mention this now because I will forget it. That accidentally, and I believe it was accidental, Triple H referred to Raquel as Raquel Gonzalez in the press conference afterwards. Right? Her name now is Raquel Rodriguez, but down in NXT, she was Raquel Gonzalez. And he called her Raquel Gonzalez at the post-event press conference. I think it was just a botch. I think he just got it wrong. But, yeah, she might have been under there. She might have been under there. I actually don't know where she came from. I don't think we ever quite saw where she emerged from. But Jimmy did come from under the ring. He did come from under the ring. I don't think he was under there throughout the whole show. I'm sure... like, we managed to slip him in. Probably when we had all that band around or something, we found a way of getting him under there, right? I do have footage of him emerging, though, in this folder, so... but that was much earlier that people had noticed the screen was under there. Jordan, shout out to you. Here's Jey Uso, and he's watching from the box. Obviously, he was shown in that box during the broadcast. And down here, he says, it's Jimmy Uso, and he's got a shocked face. So he is reacting. Look, it's Jimmy Uso, shocked face, and this is Jey Uso's, I think that's his Instagram account. So there we go, Jey's Instagram story. So there we go. So Jey is aware that Jimmy has returned. He is shocked. This is quite a thing for him to be observing, in all fairness. So pieces are starting to come together now. We've got Roman and Jimmy. And it ain't going to take much to get Jey and Sammy. And we've still got plenty of time until Survivor Series. It's good, innit? It's good. They not the ones shirt. So Jimmy Uso is back. They not the ones. So his new shirt available now. And JDS Aviation Adventures, shout out to you. So I don't know actually what this is, what this account is. Universal, but there was Jimmy emerging from underneath the ring. Look, how did Tonga Loa not notice? I mean, Jimmy literally crawls right next to him. How did he not notice him behind him? So there we go. That's where he came from. And of course, his mother and his father loved each other very much, and he came from there as well. So Jimmy Uso, just some great shots. Of Jimmy Uso, such a great moment. I mean, there was loads of great moments from this show. We will do a review on the second channel. In fact, I'm going to try and get that sorted after this. But a bit of a spoiler, I really enjoyed it. I didn't think any of the matches were bad. I thought the first match was one of the matches of the year. Main event was pretty fun. There is a bit of a lull in there, in all fairness. I think the three matches in the middle, like kind of, you know, go down a bit. But that's to be expected. I don't think we can expect those matches to reach the same level as that amazing Hell in a Cell, you know? And then, of course, at the end, you got The Rock, you got Jimmy, Raquel's coming back, you got Dominic dangling upside down, like, you've got that announcement of the Crown Jewel Championship. There was so much that went down. It really was stacked. So that's the Jimmy one. Let's go to Goldberg as well. That's another thing that happens. So here's Gunther, Bill, right? And this is the segment 1 minute 20. I hope you're a better father than you was professional wrestler. What a great line. What a great line. Here, look, your next boy, Goldberg, seemingly interested in Gunther. Again, very similar to what I said earlier. Where's this leading? Because we know at Crown Jewel it's going to be Gunther if he gets past Sammy against Cody. Cody needs to have a match with Kevin. And seemingly Gunther is on a collision course with Goldberg. But we just can't do that at Crown Jewel. So I'm really confused. Unless we're setting something up for Survivor Series. That's about 2 months away, just under. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused as to why we're putting these pieces in place right now. Because obviously, if they could fight at Crown Jewel, that would make sense. But they're not going to. And neither is Cody Kevin. So I'm confused. Crispy Wrestling said, Gunther said, I've got 3 minutes for you. Come on, to Goldberg. Bro knows that Goldberg can't have longer matches than that. I've got 3 minutes spare for you. Come on. This is a good clip as well. So, Jeff, shout out to you. Yeah, look how... Whoa, look how much he jumps, man. Corey Graves, man, jumps out of his skin. So, there we go. Goldberg potentially on a collision course with Gunther. Let's go to the press event, shall we? So lots in here from Triple H. It'll be WWE in all its glory. We're just going to turn the volume up a lot. That was Triple H talking about us going to Netflix. Never say never. Triple H on Goldberg having a match against Gunther, right? So that was brought up and he said never say never. We'll whoosh this over, shall we? So Triple H talking about The Rock. He said, I think the key word there was as he pleases. The Rock's The Rock, and he's going to be able to do, and I think you saw that the last time the final boss was here, that whether we're on air, off the air, still rolling cameras, not rolling cameras, he kind of does what he wants to do when he wants to do it. That's the cool thing about being the final boss, I think. He's The Rock. He can do what he wants when he wants. Having The Rock in your quiver is pretty cool. It's an embarrassment of riches. We have so much stuff. And when we have a moment like that with The Rock, it's wonderful to see. And where does it go from here? It could go anywhere. And that's the beauty of it. So there we go. That was Triple H talking about The Rock getting involved. Triple H talking on how long each episode of Raw will be when it goes on Netflix. When I find that out, I'll let you know. So apparently he doesn't know. He doesn't quite know yet. It's not been confirmed for him. So the belief is Raw's now gone down to 2 hours till the end of the year. And then the rumor mill said that it would go to 3 hours when it goes to Netflix. Now Triple H is saying when I find that out, I'll let you know. So, I don't know. He was talking about how a few years ago, he would have took Raw to 2 hours. Now that it's had to go to 2 hours, he's kind of like, oh, he's a bit disappointed. Like, there's just so much talent that he needs to try and feature. He's like, oh, I don't really want to do it now. I kind of know what he means, actually. I feel the same. A couple of years ago, God, yes, 2 hours, please. But now, Raw's been putting on some really good shows. I think he's cracked it. And now we have to go to 2 hours. Kind of karma, isn't it? Kind of sucks. Triple H was asked about black representation in WWE. So this was a thing that was doing the rounds. And basically he says, I only see talent. I don't see color. I don't see nationality. I don't see like men, women. I literally just see stories and talent. And I try to put the best talent and the best stories onto the shows. I mean, hopefully that's it now. Hopefully this situation is dealt with and it's done. I've no doubt that they will make an effort to make sure that we have like more representation so that this just pointless noise goes away. But yeah, you know, does anyone seriously think that Triple H is racist? Like, it's just, it's really annoying. It's really annoying. And then Fade said, Triple H says he really wants to put a show on at the Sphere like UFC did. I think with that, listening to what he was saying, I think would like to do it, but he is not sold that they're going to be able to. The way he said it would be like, oh, it'd be really cool if we could. I didn't get the vibe that they were like actively looking into it, you know? I think they know how expensive it is because the UFC ran there and it was like 16 to 20 million. And I mean, that might even blow the WrestleMania budget out the water, to be honest. I'm sure it does. I don't even know the WrestleMania budget reaches those levels. So yeah, bonkers. I'm not sure that we'll get one at the Sphere anytime soon, but he was asked about it. So that was the press conference. Done and done. Let's go down to Bad Bloods here. Cody, let's go. Amazing. There we go. I mean, what entrances? I mean, Cody's was amazing. And then, obviously, we got Roman's, which was arguably even bigger. So, yeah, amazing. So, that is him backstage hyping up the UAP BM4 before his entrance. They are the University of, is that Aachen? It's the university. So, he was hyping them up. Here's Billy Mays the third. And they were playing Goldberg's music. And he said, I'm shaking my head in disgust whilst everyone chants Goldberg. So Bret Hart knows that I don't approve. That's good. That's good. He doesn't want to get on the wrong side of Bret Hart, you see. It's very good. It's very good. Here, bring out the Prince. It's good, wasn't it? I really like these masks that Balor wears. I think they're really interesting. I was disappointed that he took the L, but I can't say I was surprised. But yeah, Finn Balor coming out with his slightly different mask, and it had like teardrops on it as well. So yeah, very cool. Okay, a lot of people were criticizing this, myself included, because it didn't look very good. And here's Nia saying, take notes, people. I can only imagine this is take notes on what not to do, to be honest. So here, look, we've got Nia up. Take notes. What? Of like, of what? Of what? Cool. So here, look, we've got, guess this didn't work. So this is where the shower and Chelsea trying to get clean. Obviously, we would see her on Bad Bloods and everyone would be like, oh, like this. Indi's revealed why it didn't work, why that shower didn't work. Indi said she didn't even use soap. There we go. That's why it didn't work. That's why it didn't work. News coming in that amazing Hell in a Cell match between CM Punk and Drew was produced by Abyss. So there we go. Amazing. Brilliant. I mean, he can have his flowers, but they've got to take most of the flowers, in all fairness. Absolutely brilliant. People calling it a classic. Even Triple H, actually. A lot of praise from him for that match. And he said, you know, they really got Hell in a Cell back to what it should be. The crowd were chanting, you can't wrestle at Solo Sikoa. Brilliant. Erase Your Mind, shout out to you. Braun Strowman said, I'm just saying, the last monster standing is all I'm going to say. Hashtag my story is better. Has he watched that Hell in a Cell and he's thought, my match was better? Because his match was really fun, right? Really fun. But I don't think I can say it was better than that Hell in a Cell match. And I don't, well, we do talk about match of the year, and I suppose in a way it is a competition, but it doesn't really need to be a competition, you know? So a very interesting comment there from Braun Strowman. I think he's referring to the Hell in a Cell match. Marco, shout out to you. So here, Sean Ross Sapp revealing that we're told Drew McIntyre got 16 staples after his match, but is otherwise fine. So he was busted open. Legit, right? Miss Clown as well said, I never noticed that Roman has got tribal tattoos on his gauntlets. And to be honest, I didn't either. So there we go. Tribal tattoos on his gauntlets. Cody Rhodes spoke after. This was before he was attacked, right? He actually said, I'm not going to go back there just yet. I'm afraid I might get beat up because obviously Roman, Jimmy, more so The Rock, Bloodline had gone up the stairs. They might have made their way down around the back. Like, so he was kind of insinuating those might jump him, right? So he's like, I'm not going to go back there just yet because I'm worried I might get beat up, but I just want to say a big thank you. I hope you had a great time. This place means so much to me. Blah, 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 blah. The usual stuff you would expect. And of course, he would go backstage. He would get beaten up, but it would be by Kevin Owens. So I don't think he saw that coming. So, Renegade, shout out to you. Just I got tagged in this a lot, Dave. Thank you. Heyman arriving at Bad Blood with Roman Reigns. So Paul Heyman, unsurprisingly, was in the building. We just unfortunately never got to see him or hear from him. I think he'll be a part of this. I wonder if they're going to save him for Survivor Series. I wonder if we're going to get everyone together and then at Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen, and they really are all back as the OG bloodline. That would be really good. I'm not sure about this, to be honest. I mean, there might be something to it. But Status said CM Punk has got a Shawn Michaels tribute attire. So it is true, one of the stars is a heart, in all fairness, right? It is a heart. And let's not forget, he's been spending a lot of time in NXT with Shawn. So, you know, he does give a lot of love to Bret. Maybe this was just a little bit of love to Shawn Michaels. I did not make this connection, to be honest. I didn't make this connection, but yeah, even looking at the comments, people are like, I don't see it, to be honest, but I could buy it, especially because he has got a heart instead of a star there. I can sort of go with it. So Wrestle Night likes it though, says amazing. Oof. Wrestle Night, shout out to you. The staples, we spoke about that here. Look, Brandi Rhodes, I don't know, guys. Is she acknowledging? It looks like she is. It looks like she's acknowledging the OTC. So she's very confused by it. Even she's not sure. Perhaps she's going to turn on Cody as well. She's not sure about it. Kevin Owens is beating Cody up outside of the tour bus. She's going to have him when he gets inside the tour bus. Shakeem, shout out to you. Brilliant, isn't it? Here's this championship. So I gotta tell you, we did a poll. Is this a good or a bad thing? And it was 60% bad, 40% good. So there is a healthy amount of people out there that are on board with this. If you missed the announcement, champion versus champion. So it'll be both the men's world champs, both the women's world champs going up against each other. The winner gets this, right? The Crown Jewel Championship. And apparently they're going to run it every year. I'm not a fan of it. Ironically, I was asked by Edward, would it be a good idea to bring champion versus champion back? And I was like, I was not a fan. I was excited for the first one, but honestly, like, it's a bit of a pointless match because the winner doesn't get anything apart from like some bragging rights, which honestly, who cares? Considering Survivor Series is like meant to be one of the big 4 shows, like the fact that we're just doing a bit of a bragging rights thing. Not for me. And honestly, this belt means nothing. You'll see it once a year. This ain't going to be a belt that people are going to carry around. And I also think it looks pretty awful, right? I got to tell you, people are not crazy about this on social media. Then I got tagged in this. So this is Wrestle Night. So they were showing the Hell in the Cell construction on YouTube. And so you can see it being built. And they had the lowrider in the background. It did make me wonder if it was going to be driven into the arena or if it was just waiting there because they had delivered it on one of the trucks. I wasn't quite sure. Of course, we would end up seeing it on the show. So there we go. That was Bad Blood. So I think we've done all of the Bad Blood stuff. The big talking points are obviously Kevin Owens and The Rock thing afterwards, right? And people wanting to know what the 1, 2, 3 thing means. I think the Wrestlevotes tweet 1, 2, 3, 41 is very interesting, right? Let's have a look at WWE. So Brady, shout out to you. Kyle Scarborough said, fun fact, during the beginning of Alexa Bliss's run with The Fiend, I was asked to mock up concept art for a potential mask makeup combo. So that might have been the makeup that Alexa would have had. And then that might have been the mask that she would have wore. So that's what Kyle Scarborough came up with. That was not something that, you know, got very far, but that was something that he was asked to design. And so very cool of him to actually put that out there for something for us to see. So really cool. WWE announced that AJ Styles has suffered a mid-foot ligament sprain on SmackDown. So that's what WWE have announced. So Ashma, thank you. But Christopher, thank you. Fightful Selector reporting AJ Styles' injury angle last night was planned and Styles is fine. So there we go. AJ Styles is fine. But in storyline, he has suffered a mid-foot ligament sprain. So there we go. And then here, yes, during SmackDown, the, what was it, Brazilian announcer, Marco Alfaro, said that Motor City Machine Guns were coming soon. So he actually says it on commentary. So I don't know how he knows, right? I have no idea. But he says that it is Motor City Machine Guns after that vignette played on SmackDown. Naughty boy, Cal. Not you, but shout out to you. So there we go. And then fun. Let's have a look, shall we? Look at this. Things are getting saucy.
Hey, Dan, let's bring the sauce tonight, huh? Hey, speaking of which, what is that you're eating there?
It's Wendy's new saucy nugs. Buffalo flavor. You gotta try one. I think you're gonna get real saucy tonight because this next match is sponsored by Wendy's. I can't wait!
Dan, these saucy nugs are way too saucy. My match is next. What am I gonna do?
I was saving this for the right moment.
Wow.
Yeah?
Wow.
Haha.
Now things are gonna get really saucy in the ring tonight. Hey, Dan, let's bring the sauce.
Was he wearing that? I don't remember him wearing that. Was he wearing it? I don't remember that being on the ref shirt. If that was on the ref shirt, it's passed me by, I tell you. Completely passed me by. But there we go. He was loving his saucy nugs, weren't he? So he should. This was AJ Lee before the event. AJ with the Divas Championship at her Comic-Con appearance. So there we go. She was at a Comic-Con and she posed with the Divas Championship. Oh my God, just come back to WWE, you coward. Stop messing around. And then here is Xavier. He is having a look around the Bad Blood shop.
All right, cool. So we're walking into the WWE shop. Bad Blood is happening this weekend. Look at this. We got championship titles.
Nice.
Bad Blood title. How much is this? $1,000?
$600.
It's only $600?
$600.
What? That's not a deal, ladies and gentlemen. That's a steal. Was there something on the back? Ooh. That's bad. When's that from?
2013.
This is sweet. This is sick. Come on, I need this in a large. This in a large. I need all the Atlanta branded things in a large. This is amazing.
Oh, well, we didn't see it.
With the Cody skull? Hey, what's up? You good? You want to get hammered and watch some wrestling? Get one of these. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
True love. That's my guy. Come through.
Very nice.
We're here all weekend, and you can come and get your stuff, and then come and see Bad Blood. It's gonna be great.
Signed.
All right, cool. So we're walking in. We're here all.
These are all flipping signed, aren't they? Is that Kurt? Roman. That's Roman. Signed. I wonder how much they are. They're probably on WWE Shop in all fairness, but look at all of them. It's like Cody. All signed. These look like Hogan. Trish. Yeah, quite a few Hogan. Sami Zayn. Wow, that's special, isn't it? Imagine going to the superstore and getting a signed figure item of your favorite wrestler. Wow. I didn't know they did that. That is incredible. That is incredible. And then the last thing that we've got on here is, this is Alicia Taylor. They're in Nashville. Obviously, that's where SmackDown was. And she is getting a lift.
Lyra Valkyria has been nice enough to offer me a ride to my hotel. I don't know if this is safe or not. She's a new driver in the U.S. Apparently she's never...
Need to sign a quick disclaimer.
Apparently this is like her first city that she's driving in outside of the town that she lives in. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I usually have a front seat.
The back window, the wipers are going. So that's a good sign.
I don't know how to turn them on.
So she's not used to driving in America. And apparently the window wipe, she didn't know how to turn that off, and it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. So there we go. I think that might have been everything. I do have a thanks folder because rather than like thanking everyone for sending me these clips, I thought I would just put them in a folder at the end. So Playboy, shout out to you. Shakeem, shout out to you. And again, because you sent this one through for me. Craig, shout out to you, my friend. PQM, shout out to you as well. Brian Jobson and Ashma, shout out to you as well. I think this might be a better way of doing it because it's complicated, but if I click it when it's been quote tweeted, it goes really small. Like if I click this now,
All right, cool.
see how narrow it is. But if I actually just play it normally, it's a bit better, a bit bigger. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I'm a pro. But yeah, big thank you to everyone that has tagged me in these things. Really appreciate it. So there we go. That was Unseen. Apologies it was so late. Of course, after Bad Blood, we did a UFC live stream. Then, of course, I wanted to make sure I had everything gathered together. So that's why this was delayed. But appreciate the support. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.